I've driven 97 laps around the second hardest street circuit, Singapore, and today I'm showing you how much I improved. On top of that, I'm gonna try and get into the top 1% of the world, and as I use a controller, this will not be easy. As you guys know, this is a long track with very difficult corners, so let's take a look at my first lap, which wasn't great, but towards the end luckily we will improve a lot. So sit back, relax and enjoy. As these first couple of corners we unfortunately invalidate. That's usually what happens in these kind of videos. The first lap I rarely do valid attempts. Mr. Penalty is right in front of you, but on the top right we still have our old lap time from June. I haven't touched this circuit since June, and before that I didn't touch the whole game for 3 years. So this will not be easy to get into the top 1%. And with 97 laps on this long track, it's gonna be hard. But I'm gonna take you with the whole 97 laps. Going through the hairpin there, not really great. And into this third sector, it's not great, but it's actually, I don't think it's too bad. We get around the circuit alright. We're 1 second down on our lap time, which wasn't great, but wasn't too bad either. So let's see where we can find the time over these 97 laps. A 30.6 is the first lap. Then in the second lap we invalidate, but we're finally gonna cross the line and we do a top 83%. The lap after that, luckily, we do a valid lap and it's gonna be the top 13%, and that's actually gonna be the first valid attempt that we do. And then straight away we're gonna invalidate, and in lap 5 we are gonna improve. Now we're gonna stay on board for kind of the benchmark of my pace of this video, as we are a little bit warmed up. First couple of corners were actually quite nice. We do a 26.9. We are gonna speed this up as we don't really improve on my lap. So 2.5 tenths. We are up in this time. In this sequence is so nice if you get it right. But you can see we get close to the walls already. A little hesitant in the hairpin there, but still we are 4 tenths up on our time. Going into the third sector now. You want to break around 70 meters there, I noticed. Then you can actually go over that curb. But I don't know. I don't really know. Still don't know. As I'm speaking this in after the 97 laps, if that really gains you time. In the last sector, however, we gain a lot of time as well, and it's gonna be around 6.5 tenths improvement. We do go to the 29.374, and after 5 laps we are already in the top 5.8%, which is promising, but it will get harder, unfortunately. In the top left, obviously you're gonna see the whole lap countdown going up and up and up and up, because it is yeah, it was so many laps. I thought, how much should I put in this video, you know? But really, I started to struggle. Lap 15, we are already going through the laps. And I still was on the world record time trial setup, which was so aggressive, about 15 off throttle. So yeah, straight away after that, we improve our lap 15. And then on lap 16 we are also gonna go on board. Here you can see 1.6 tenths we are up, and then through this corner, hard to gain the time. It was such a hard corner, underrated corner. We do 26.7 now in the first sector. Unfortunately we lose some time to our previous best, so we are only have a tenth up. Still in these couple of corners in the middle sector, as you can see, you can gain so much time if you get it right. I just can see the delta going up and up. It's just because you get on the power earlier there, and we can actually, yeah, we gain so much time. Now the last sector, we did do quite a nice last sector the last time, but we are able to level that almost, and now we are in the top 5.6%. Where does this bring us? 5 tenths improvement, top 2.4%. But as the laps go on, it will get harder and harder, of course, to find the time. It will be, margins will get smaller, but it is promising. After 15 laps, 16 laps, we are able to get in top 2.4%. Then lap 21, we are up almost 3 tenths per lap time. Oh, that's a little bit too early of a turn in, but it would have been a 0.6 already, showing promising signs, guys. We are going for the world record here. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. All right, we do a couple of laps. I think we did 3 28.9s in a row. All right, Mr. Consistency. But there we skip on, and this is just a little compilation of the first couple of corners. I know I had to go through so many laps, and I don't want to restart the lap, you know, but this is me actually trying the first couple of corners, and this is what I did it more often, guys, than just these couple of times. But these first couple of corners, so hard to get right. You have to brake after the black box, then cut that corner so much as you can. Get over to the right hand side to open up this left hander, and then get on the power as soon as you can. Really hard corner, we finally hook it up and finish the lap again with a 28.9. Alright. But it's alright, you know, as we went on through the laps, I kept on gaining time and losing time in every corner pretty much. So there was one corner where I gained the time, then I lost the time in another corner. I pretty much was able to do the same time the whole time. But yeah, we want to improve. There was so much time in the lap. We still didn't feel good with the setup, so we kind of went back to the world record setup, but we made the anti-roll bar a little bit less. Look on the top right, we were 4 tenths up at one point. Throw it in, unfortunately we hit the wall. The annoying thing about this is that the delta, it says an invalidation so late. Then lap 30, we were again up by 2 tenths. Gonna cross the line here. We do a minor improvement, and it puts up us in the top 2.2%, actually top 2000 of the world we are in right now. Let's go. But we are not done yet. Again, colliding with the wall. You saw me pause for a brief moment there. That is because we are losing force feedback again in the controller, again with this great game. Unfortunately, after playing a long time and rewinding a lot, the issue occurs that you get force feedback issues. Somehow that's a known problem as we invalidate and invalidate and invalidate. Look at there's so much struggle behind these invalidations, guys. You have to understand, you do a whole lap of 1 minute and 30 seconds before this and after these invalidations. You know, we're skipping. We're already in lap 41. So we're coming to the half of this video. 2 tenths up. We finally improve. Gain all the time in the last sector. That's why I didn't show the whole lap. And now we are in the top 1.4%, guys. So we should be able to get into that 1%, surely, right? Again, a lot of in the top left you can see just the lap count. It's pretty much a fail compilation, this, of me just invalidating. Then in lap 49, luckily we are able to improve. Is it gonna be enough for a 1% lap? First sector we go. Again, we're just almost leveling our time. We're getting into the details here, but in the second corner, right-hander there. Half tenth we are up. It's decent. It's a 0.6 for first sector, which is all right. Here you want to cut that corner as much as you can without bottoming out. Get on the outside there. We lose some time in this middle sector. Throw the car in there and on the left-hander, and we get a really nice exit there, gaining us 2 tenths almost. We see there's a lot of time in that area of this lap. Then going to the hairpin now. What can we do? We hit the wall. Do we get an invalidation? Luckily not. Going through the hairpin. 1.5 tenths up we are. Going in through the last sector now. We actually go purple in the middle sector to compare to our rival, which is a great motivator for this last sector. Can we still hook it up because it's such a hard last sector? We get on the power and it's not as quick as our previous lap. However, we're still going to improve over a tenth. And it's going to be 28.5, but it's just missing out. We are actually 901st in the world, just missing out. Top 1000 again, colliding with the wall, but we still have a little bit to go for that 1%. Come on, guys, we can do this. Lap 53, more invalidations, more annoyance. You can see me get annoyed by the force feedback issues that I'm having. Apparently it happens when you play a long time and you just have to restart the game. But as I'm doing this challenge, I want to see that top left filled with 97, you know. Then lap 55 we improve our time, but it's only by 3,000. And that's gonna be top 1.08%. There you can see what we did. We finally restart. And I've added it for you guys, as you can see in the top left, in which lap we are. But straight away going back into it. Of course, we took a little break, guys. We had dinner. And then we went back to the grind. Lap 1, we are motivated again to keep this up. We were up by our time, but you can see me just mess up, unfortunately. Then we were actually getting a little bit more consistent. As you can see, how the more laps we skip, the more lap we have actually finished. Here we finish a lap and it's less than 10,000 slower than my lap. So you can see we are actually getting consistent, but we want to get that improvement, you know. We're also getting consistent in validations, you know. And yeah, so that was really a struggle. Then lap 15, lap 70 we are. This is going to be a very good lap. Unfortunately, again, first corner we gain some time. Second corner we lose the time again. Then into this sequence we are going to keep it sped up, because we've already seen this. And unfortunately I'm not going to improve. You can see we barely make the time there. We get a little bit better on the apex, so we gain half a tenth. Now in this sector, can we improve the time? We already know we've gained a lot of time previously, but still look at the delta just going up as we get on the power quicker, then sending it through the hairpin. We take a tighter line, we gain a lot of time there. 2.8 tenths we are up. Braking at 17 meters, very hard braking point to get right. Clip the curb and get on the power as soon as you can without invalidate on the exit. We lose some time, but we are almost 3 tenths up going into the last sector. Is this finally going to be the 1% that we want to beat? It is not the greatest last sector, unfortunately, but in lap 70 we're going to cross the line. And we're going to do a 28.392, putting us in the top 600 of the world and the top 0.7%. Let's go, guys. However, we still got 17 laps to go and we're not finished. Let's do this. You know, I still felt there was so much time in the lap. You can see this struggle, but in lap 90 we are gonna go on board with the best lap that I have done. Going into this first corner, we really open up the corner on this left hand side. I said it was important, but that was a little bit too much. However, we still gain time on that exit. Throw the car in, really, really nice right-hander there. We gain all the time back and we cut the corner just perfectly. We are level on our first sector time, 26.6. Clip the curb, get on power, use as much of the track, then brake at the board. And you can see we throw the car in, use all of the track on the exit, then keep on the right hand side, go over the curb. Look at that exit, we slightly tap the wall, which doesn't compromise our exit here. Get so close on the left hand side, sending it in to the right. Clip the curb, do not touch that curb on the left hand side as it's deadly on this lap, deadly on this track. Throwing the car in, we slightly missed the apex there, unfortunately, losing us sometimes half a tenth. We are down, but in the last sector we had all the time to gain. Again, we missed the apex slightly. There was actually a little bit more time in that right hander, but we're gonna go into the last sector, and as we know that it's gonna be improvement, we're actually gonna nail this. Again, braking point really hard to get right. Clip that curb as well, get on the power as soon as you can, and we're gonna cross the line and do a 28.348 in the top 0.6% on Singapore on a controller. Top 500, top 200 on just PlayStation. And yes, we did 7 more laps, however we couldn't improve anymore. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, smash that like button and subscribe, and I'm sure you will enjoy the video in your screen where I try to get a 0.5% lap. Go ahead and check that video, and I'll see you guys next time.